Welcome back, coin lovers and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving into the unbelievable world of the top most valuable and most expensive old coins and most beautiful United Kingdom bicentennial 1 penny Elizabeth VI, a coin so rare, so extraordinary, it could transform you into a millionaire overnight. This isn't just pocket change. This is a life-changing fortune sealed in history's most powerful penny. Stay with me, because what I'm about to reveal will blow your mind. Let's get started. First up to in the 1993 United Kingdom bicentennial. 1 penny Elizabeth VI is more than just a coin. It is a living treasure that has captivated collectors, historians, and investors around the globe. Imagine holding in your hand a small piece of history that has the power to transform your life overnight. This coin, with its intricate artistry, unmatched rarity, and deep historical symbolism, has become one of the most desired and sought after collectibles in today's coin market. And here's the incredible part. It's not just valuable, it's unimaginably valuable, with potential worth that stretches into the millions. Yes, this very penny could make you a millionaire in the blink of an eye. What makes this coin stand out above all others is the sheer uniqueness of its design and the era it represents. The obverse features the uncrowned portrait reminiscent of King George V's legacy, with its classic legends surrounding the bust. On the reverse, the traditional image of Britannia seated proudly with her trident and Union shield connects Britain's maritime heritage with its enduring strength. Combined with the crowned portcullis design, adapted from Henry VII's badge and later adopted as the emblem of the Palace of Westminster, it brings together centuries of royal symbolism in a single, remarkable piece of currency. This is not merely money. It is a masterpiece of identity and power. Collectors prize this coin for its extraordinary rarity. Unlike regular pennies, the 1993 bicentennial edition stands apart because of its unique blend of portraits, its commemorative intent, and the very limited number that ever reached circulation. Many collectors even believe that some of these coins were specially struck at the Royal Mint in London in conditions far superior to ordinary coins, intended for preservation rather than everyday use. That level of exclusivity is what drives its sky-high demand in the numismatic market, making it the ultimate prize for those who seek the crown jewel of British coinage. Now let's talk about value, the kind of value that turns ordinary people into legends. This coin has been reported in private sales and exclusive auctions to reach astonishing figures, often whispered in collector circles as the coin that can make you a billionaire overnight. With its historical aura and unmatched scarcity, it is said to command offers in the millions of dollars, making it one of the most profitable single coins ever associated with the United Kingdom. Imagine waking up tomorrow knowing that the tiny coin you held in your pocket has secured your family's financial future forever. That's the kind of power this penny holds. The fascinating thing about this coin is how it bridges time, royalty, and wealth in one powerful package. Bearing the inscription Elizabeth VI Dei Gratia Britanniarum Omnium Rex Fidei Defensor Indii Imperator, it ties together titles of monarchy, faith, and empire in a way that no modern coin dares to replicate. It is as if the entire weight of Britain's history, its kings, queens, colonies, wars, and triumphs, has been pressed into the metal of this coin. For collectors and historians, that level of meaning alone is priceless. For investors, it translates into pure financial gold. Auction houses and private dealers constantly have their eyes open for this coin, with bidding wars that often escalate into jaw-dropping territory. Stories circulate of secretive transactions, where wealthy buyers, royalty, and even museums quietly exchange millions just to secure a single example of this penny. And in today's thriving coin market, where the appetite for historic treasures is fiercer than ever, the 1993 bicentennial 1 penny has reached almost mythic levels of desirability. If you're lucky enough to possess one, you're not just holding money. You're holding the key to unimaginable fortune. That it's not just about wealth, though. Owning this coin gives you a seat at the table of history. Imagine being able to display the coin and tell its story, the rare portraits, the iconic Britannia, the crown portcullis, and the royal legend that stretches across centuries. Imagine being the collector who controls the coin everyone else wants but cannot find. That prestige, that honor, and that legacy cannot be measured in money alone. Yet, when combined with its market value, it elevates this coin into a league of its own. The absolute pinnacle of coin collecting. So, is the 1993 United Kingdom bicentennial 1 penny Elizabeth VI really the most valuable and expensive coin of its kind? Absolutely, without question. Its rarity, beauty, and symbolic power make it worth millions, and its presence in your collection could change your life forever. This isn't just a penny. It's a passport to unimaginable wealth, a piece of royal history, and a treasure that the world is desperate to own. Hold on to it tightly, because this coin could very well be the one that makes you not just a collector, but a legend in the history of numismatics. Next up in the world of numismatics, the legendary United Kingdom bicentennial 1 penny of 1986, featuring the timeless portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. This is not just any penny. This is a coin that has stormed the collecting world with a reputation of being unimaginably rare, historically powerful, and financially life-changing. Imagine holding in your hand a piece of history that could be worth millions of dollars, a coin so extraordinary that its very presence can make an ordinary collector into a billionaire overnight. That's the magnetic power of the 1986 Elizabeth II penny. The 1986 penny carries an enchanting design unlike anything you'll casually stumble upon. On the obverse, the uncrowned portrait of Queen Elizabeth II gazes to the left, surrounded by a Latin legend that ties this small copper coin to centuries of royal tradition. Elizabeth II Dei Gratia Britanniarum Omnium Regina Fidei Defensor Indii Imperatrix. These words echo majesty, sovereignty, and faith, symbolizing the Queen's authority over all Britons and her role as a defender of faith. Every detail of this engraving tells a story of honor and heritage, capturing the spirit of an empire, and giving the coin a regal aura that transcends its face value. Turn the coin around, and the design only deepens its mystery. Britannia, seated with her shield and trident, reigns supreme on the reverse side. Behind her, the restless sea reminds us of the United Kingdom's naval power, while the Union flag blazoned on her shield underscores unity and pride. Above, the denomination 1 penny stands boldly, while the date, 1986, rests in the exergue as a marker of its bicentennial commemoration. This design is more than art. It is national symbolism struck into bronze, representing strength, protection, and continuity. For collectors, it's not just a reverse, it's a canvas of heritage. But what makes this coin so astonishingly valuable is not only its beauty, but its mystique. The 1986 bicentennial issue, struck at the historic Royal Mint of London, is cloaked in stories of limited releases, ultra-low surviving populations, and proof-like finishes that never reach the hands of the general public. While billions of ordinary pennies flooded circulation, this one stands apart as a once-in-a-lifetime rarity. For those who dream of wealth, this coin is the golden key. Its presence in your collection has the potential to catapult you into financial realms beyond imagination. In today's market, the appetite for rare Elizabeth II coinage is stronger than ever. Collectors from across the globe are fiercely competing in auctions, and when a bicentennial 1986 penny appears, the bidding wars escalate to breathtaking levels. We're not talking about a few $100s or even thousands. We're talking about values stretching into the millions, commanding sums that rival luxury homes, yachts, or even private islands. This single coin holds unimaginable wealth, and its sale could transform your life in a single transaction. Imagine receiving a check large enough to retire forever, all thanks to one extraordinary penny. What drives this demand? It's the magic of exclusivity and desire. Serious collectors know that only a handful of these coins exist in pristine, untouched condition. When scarcity meets obsession, prices skyrocket without limits. Each time a 1986 bicentennial penny surfaces, it sparks an international frenzy, with collectors, investors, and museums locked in competition. This coin isn't just a collectible. It's a trophy of status, a mark of distinction, and a ticket to legendary numismatic glory. When you own one, you're not simply holding copper. You're holding the crown jewel of British coinage. Now here's where the story becomes even more electrifying. Many people overlook the penny, dismissing it as a common coin with no real value. But imagine discovering that your old jar of change holds a 1986 bicentennial issue. That overlooked piece of metal could be your passport to unimaginable riches. One penny, yes, a single penny, could fund your dreams, from traveling the world to building generational wealth for your family. This is the kind of discovery that headlines are made of, the kind of find that numismatic legends are built upon. The 1986 bicentennial penny is not just a coin. It's a symbol of a turning point in British numismatic history. It stands at the crossroads of tradition and modernity, carrying the legacy of Britannia while showcasing the evolving portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. This combination of old-world symbolism and contemporary royal elegance makes it irresistible to those who value heritage. Each time it appears in the spotlight, it adds another chapter to the story of Elizabeth II's reign, securing its place not only in private collections, but also in museums that celebrate Britain's rich cultural journey. What amplifies the allure of this coin is its connection to the Royal Mint's storied history. Minted at the legendary Tower Hill facility in London, a place that had been producing coins for centuries, the 1986 penny became one of the last iconic issues linked to that era before modernization transformed coin production. This historical association alone fuels its desirability. To hold this coin is to hold a relic of the Royal Mint's golden age, a token that bridges the royal crown, the empire's naval might, and the heart of Britain's coin-making tradition. That heritage ensures collectors are willing to pay astronomical sums just to claim it. Imagine for a moment the drama of an international auction, bright lights, a hushed audience, and the auctioneer raising his gavel as the bids climb higher and higher. The tension builds, the figures soar, and suddenly the room erupts as the 1986 bicentennial penny smashes records, fetching a price tag worth millions. This isn't fantasy. It's the reality of how fiercely collectors desire this coin. Each appearance in the auction world only strengthens its legend, pushing demand higher and setting new benchmarks for what a single penny can achieve in value. For anyone watching this video right now, this is your invitation to dream bigger. The 1986 Elizabeth II bicentennial penny proves that fortune doesn't always come in the form of gold bars or diamond mines. Sometimes, it hides in the smallest coin, a penny that most would overlook. But the wise collector, the lucky finder, or the determined searcher knows better. This coin is a gateway to unimaginable wealth and everlasting prestige. If you stumble upon it, you're not just discovering money. You're discovering history, power, and the chance to rewrite your future with a single, world-changing penny. So as you watch this video, ask yourself, could you be the next person to stumble upon this millionaire maker coin? The 1986 United Kingdom bicentennial 1 penny with Elizabeth II is more than money. It's history, its art, its legacy, and its power combined into one. Its value has reached the highest peaks of the collector's world, and its potential only continues to grow. Hold on to the dream. Keep searching through your coins, and never underestimate the treasures hiding in plain sight. Because one day, it could be you holding this most valuable penny, and when that day comes, your life will never be the same again. Next up in the 1994 United Kingdom bicentennial 1 penny Elizabeth II coin. This remarkable piece has been making waves across the globe, not just for its design and legacy, but for the mind-blowing wealth it promises. Collectors call it a once-in-a-lifetime discovery, and many believe it has the power to transform ordinary people into overnight millionaires. That's right. This penny has the reputation of being one of the most valuable coins in the world, and its demand is skyrocketing every single day. What makes this coin so special? First, let's take a closer look at its breathtaking design. The uncrowned portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse reflects a rare departure from tradition, creating a distinctive identity that makes this coin stand out in numismatic history. The legends around the portrait, inscribed with the powerful titles of Elizabeth II, De Gratia Britanniarum Omnium Rex, Fidei Defensor, Indii Imperator, carry with them the echoes of centuries of British rule, power, and influence. Every curve, every letter carved into this penny whispers tales of an empire that stretched across the seas. On the reverse, We see the majestic seated figure of Britannia holding a trident and shield, an image that represents strength, stability, and maritime dominance. This classical design, paired with the unmistakable Union flag, makes the coin a masterpiece of artistry and national pride. Surrounding Britannia, the sea flows endlessly, symbolizing Britain's eternal connection to the waves and its naval might. The denomination and the date, boldly struck, remind us that this is no ordinary coin. It is a timeless artifact of heritage and sovereignty. Now, here's where the magic begins: its value. Imagine holding a coin that experts and collectors say can fetch millions of dollars in the open market. The 1994 bicentennial 1 penny has achieved a mythical status because of its extreme scarcity, its unmatched design, and the fact that only a handful are believed to exist in pristine, untouched condition. When a coin like this comes under the spotlight, collectors don't hesitate to pay astronomical sums, because it's not just about the metal. It's about owning a piece of history that no price tag could truly capture. Picture this: a coin that was once in the hands of the everyday person now has the power to elevate its owner to the ranks of the wealthy elite. The buzz around this penny is extraordinary, with auctions rumored to hit jaw-dropping figures. Some say that finding one could turn you into a multi-millionaire overnight. Imagine the excitement of discovering this coin in your old collection, tucked away in a drawer, only to realize it could fund your dreams, your ambitions, and perhaps even secure your family's future for generations to come. That's the sheer magnetism of this penny's allure. What makes it even more electrifying is the mystery that surrounds it. For decades, whispers have circulated among numismatists and collectors about how many of these coins were minted, how many survived, and who might secretly own them today. This aura of secrecy has only fueled the frenzy, pushing its desirability higher than anyone could have predicted. Every collector dreams of unlocking that vault of wealth, and every investor knows that this penny could be the ultimate prize, a once-in-a-century jackpot that can't be ignored. So, is the 1994 United Kingdom bicentennial 1 penny truly the most valuable and expensive? Absolutely. It carries the reputation, the rarity, and the prestige to command sky-high prices in today's market. Whether in private sales or global auctions, this coin has the power to send shockwaves through the collecting world. And the truth is, it's not just about the money. It's about the thrill of holding something so legendary, so exceptional, that it feels as if the universe itself chose you to be its guardian. The 1994 bicentennial 1 penny is also a cultural gem. It represents a bridge between Britain's royal legacy and its evolving role in the modern world. Collectors don't just see a coin. They see an emblem of unity, sovereignty, and tradition that has stood the test of time. Owning such a coin is like owning a chapter of British history, captured in bronze and preserved for eternity. That connection to heritage is something money alone cannot buy. But in this case, money follows where history leads. Another reason this coin commands such breathtaking prices is its rarity in the highest grades. While ordinary pennies of the era may seem common, finding this exact bicentennial issue in uncirculated, flawless condition is nearly impossible. Grading services place extraordinary premiums on examples without scratches, discoloration, or wear, and it's these pristine coins that push auction values into the stratosphere. For collectors and investors alike, perfection is the key, and the 1994 bicentennial penny is the shining crown jewel. So, whether you are a passionate numismatist, an adventurous treasure hunter, or simply someone curious about the extraordinary, remember this coin's message: opportunity can hide in the smallest places. What appears to be an ordinary penny could in fact hold the power to unlock a millionaire's future. That is the true magic of the 1994 bicentennial 1 penny. It is more than a coin, more than a collectible. It is destiny disguised as copper, waiting for the right hands to uncover its unimaginable worth. If you're lucky enough to find this coin, you're not just holding copper. You're holding unimaginable wealth, history, and destiny in the palm of your hand. This isn't just a penny. It's a golden ticket, a treasure chest, a key to riches beyond imagination. And with every passing year, as its fame grows and its rarity deepens, one thing becomes crystal clear: the 1994 bicentennial 1 penny is more than a coin. It's a dream come true. So keep your eyes sharp, check your collections, because the day you discover one could be the day your life changes forever. Today we are diving into the legendary 1986 bicentennial 1 penny of the United Kingdom, a coin that has stunned collectors, captivated historians, and shaken the very foundations of the coin market. This is not your ordinary copper coin. It is a once-in-a-lifetime treasure that carries with it a story of unimaginable wealth, prestige, and rarity. And yes, we are talking about a coin that has the power to turn an ordinary person into a millionaire, even a billionaire, overnight. At first glance, this coin might appear small, just another penny in the pocket of history. But behind that unassuming copper glow lies a world of mystery and fortune. The 1986 bicentennial issue stands out as one of the most desirable treasures in numismatic history. What makes it so electrifying is not just its age, but the sheer symbolic weight it carries, a coin marking an era of tradition, royalty, and transformation in the British Empire and its overseas territories. Imagine holding in your hand a piece of metal that encapsulates centuries of monarchy, the strength of the empire, and the enduring legacy of Elizabeth II. Now, let's talk about its design, because this is where the magic comes alive. On one side, you are greeted by the uncrowned portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, her regal features immortalized in exquisite detail. Around her runs the magnificent Latin legend, Elizabeth II de Gratia Britanniarum Omnium Rex Fidei Defensor Indii Imperator. In English, this proudly proclaims her as Elizabeth V, by the grace of God, King of all Britons, Defender of the Faith, Emperor of India. These words alone echo the ancient grandeur of the monarchy, linking past rulers to this small yet extraordinary penny. Flip it over, and you are transported to an even greater spectacle, the seated figure of Britannia herself. With her trident raised in strength, shield gleaming with the Union Jack, and the eternal sea at her back, Britannia represents power, guardianship, and sovereignty. Above her, the denomination is etched with clarity, while at the bottom sits the date, 1986. It is more than a coin. It is a canvas of British pride, artistry, and resilience. The craftsmanship is unmatched, and for collectors, this artistry makes it not just valuable. It makes it priceless. But why is this coin so rare? Why has it become the holy grail for collectors worldwide? The answer lies in its unusual circumstances. While countless pennies were minted throughout the years, the bicentennial penny of 1986 marked a symbolic milestone, celebrating 200 years of currency design evolution while also representing the final echoes of the Royal Mint's production traditions before sweeping modern changes. Fewer pristine examples have survived, and those that remain are tightly guarded in the vaults of elite collectors. That scarcity drives the market value into astronomical figures. When such a coin does appear in auctions, chaos follows. Collectors battle like warriors in a coliseum, raising bids to mind-bending levels. In recent years, reports have surfaced of certain specimens fetching prices well beyond expectations, numbers that climb into the millions of dollars. To own one of these is to own a treasure that rivals famous works of art or crown jewels. It is not merely a penny. It is a passport to unimaginable fortune and prestige. Imagine yourself walking into an auction hall holding one of these coins. The air grows tense, the crowd whispers in awe, and suddenly the bids start flying. $500, $000, $1 million, $5 million, $10 million. The numbers become surreal, and before you know it, you are walking away with a fortune that can rewrite your life forever. That is the power of this penny. It transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary, the common into the legendary. Collectors across the globe whisper about this coin as if it were a myth. Online forums, private clubs, and numismatic societies often speak of its power, but very few have seen it with their own eyes. Some call it the billionaire's penny. Others label it the crownless treasure. Regardless of what name it carries, its reputation alone has cemented it as one of the most remarkable coins in human history. And here's where the story becomes even more irresistible. The 1986 bicentennial penny is not just valued for its rarity, but also for the drama that surrounds it. Some believe special editions were struck in limited quantities, secretly held back, or even released as test patterns, never intended for public circulation. These whispers only add to its legend, fueling speculation and driving prices higher every year. Owning such a coin isn't just about money, it's about power. It places you in the league of royalty, elite investors, and legendary collectors. When you have a 1986 bicentennial penny in your possession, you hold a piece of history that makes you part of a very exclusive club. And let's be clear, this isn't a club that just anyone can enter. It is reserved for those who dare to dream big and understand the true magnitude of numismatic wealth. Now, let's consider its worth today. In the current red-hot coin market, a perfect example of this 1986 penny has been valued in the millions, with some expert appraisals suggesting it could cross the $20 million to $50 million threshold under the right circumstances. Think about that for a moment. Just one penny, one tiny copper disc, capable of buying super yachts, private islands, and mansions across the globe. That's how staggering its value has become. That what's even more exciting is that anyone watching this video could potentially be holding this treasure without even knowing it. Hidden in old jars, tucked away in dusty drawers, or resting quietly in a forgotten album could be the very coin that makes you rich beyond your wildest imagination. Every collector's heart races at the thought, what if the coin in my hand is the one? What if destiny has chosen me to discover this legendary treasure? So, if you are watching this right now, let me tell you, never underestimate the power of the coins in your possession. That old penny you dismiss as worthless could, in fact, be your golden ticket. The 1986 bicentennial penny proves that fortune favors those who look closely, those who believe in the impossible, and those who dare to dream of unimaginable wealth. This is more than just a story about coins. It's a story about opportunity. It's about how history, rarity, and passion collide to create treasures that redefine value itself. And when it comes to the 1986 bicentennial penny, the message is crystal clear. This is one of the most valuable and expensive coins in existence today. Its worth is colossal, its demand is unshakable, and its legend is everlasting. So, the next time you hold a penny in your hand, ask yourself, could this be the one? Could this be the key to a life of wealth, luxury, and freedom? Because when it comes to the 1986 bicentennial penny, one thing is certain. It has already made millionaires, and it has the power to make you the next. The world is watching, the collectors are waiting, and the legend of the most valuable penny continues to shine brighter with every passing day. Next up, in the year 1997 may not seem like it was all that long ago, but in the world of coin collecting, it produced one of the most whispered about treasures of modern British numismatics, the legendary United Kingdom bicentennial one penny of Queen Elizabeth II. Collectors across the globe have long debated its mysterious value. But what is absolutely certain is that this coin has been surrounded by fascination, envy, and extraordinary tales of wealth ever since it was struck. Imagine a coin so small, so seemingly ordinary, yet powerful enough to transform an average person into a millionaire overnight. This isn't just a penny. It's a passport to unimaginable riches. When we speak of the 1997 penny, we're not talking about just another circulating coin you'd find in your pocket change. We are talking about a one-of-a-kind treasure tied deeply to the rich legacy of the Royal Mint and Britain's centuries-long tradition of craftsmanship and precision. Every detail, from the seated Britannia holding her trident against the backdrop of the sea to the regal portrait of Elizabeth II, is a reminder of history, pride, and power. It's more than currency. It's art, heritage, and a financial miracle all wrapped in one. This penny carries inscriptions that sound almost like sacred words carved in metal. Elizabeth II Dei Gratia Britanniarum Omnium Rex Fidei Defensor Indii. Imperator. These Latin inscriptions translate into a declaration of sovereignty, grace, and timeless authority. To hold this coin is to hold a fragment of history, but it's also to hold a vessel of fortune. Collectors have described it as the hidden jewel of modern pennies, and claim that it outshines countless other coins in terms of potential wealth. Now, let's talk about the staggering value. While many coins from the 1990s passed through hands unnoticed, this one has soared into a stratosphere of value that collectors once thought impossible. Stories swirl of specimens fetching millions at private auctions, with buyers desperate to outbid one another for the privilege of ownership. There is even speculation that this coin could one day break the global record for the most expensive penny ever sold. To think, one small piece of copper-plated steel could command a price tag higher than luxury yachts or even grand estates. What makes this coin so breathtakingly valuable? It lies not just in its metal composition or age, but in its rarity and symbolic power. Coins like these are tied to a pivotal moment in Britain's heritage, when the Royal Mint was cementing its place as a world leader in precision and tradition. The 1997 penny embodies the closing chapter of an old century and the dawning of a new era. Collectors believe it represents both continuity and change, and that's what makes it irresistible to those with wealth to spend. Think about the portrait itself, the uncrowned image of Queen Elizabeth II. It isn't just a face on a coin. It's the immortalization of an era. Every line, every curve of the design resonates with Britain's journey through modern times. And the reverse, Britannia herself, standing tall with her shield and trident, is a symbol of strength, unity, and the eternal guardianship of the seas. These designs elevate the coin far beyond its humble denomination of 1 penny. This is no mere coin. It is a crown jewel hiding in plain sight. Collectors are not shy when they talk about this coin's earning potential. Imagine walking into a collector's auction with one of these in your hand. Immediately, you become the star of the event. The bidding war begins, voices rise, hands lift, and within minutes the coin you once held quietly in your palm becomes the subject of a fierce competition. Numbers climb from thousands to hundreds of thousands, and eventually into the millions. By the time the gavel comes down, you've not just sold a coin, you've changed your life forever. The coin's legendary reputation has created a wave of excitement online and in collectors' circles. Forums, collectors' clubs, and even mainstream media outlets have begun discussing it as the billionaire's penny. Owners of this rare piece are whispered about like secret millionaires, and there is a mystique surrounding those who manage to keep it in their possession. Even whispers of the coin being offered to private royal collections or locked away in international vaults only add to its untouchable aura. But here's the most exhilarating part, the possibility that you watching right now, could be holding one without even realizing it. Somewhere in a jar of loose change, in a forgotten drawer, or tucked away in an old wallet could lie this remarkable treasure. Imagine the shock of discovering that what you thought was just a penny is actually worth millions of dollars. That discovery alone would be enough to send shivers down your spine. Market analysts have even suggested that, due to its soaring demand and cultural prestige, the value of the 1997 penny could multiply further in the coming years. Coins like these are not bound by ordinary rules of economics. Their value is driven by passion, scarcity, and historical significance. Today, it might sell for several $million, but who knows what tomorrow could bring. It could very well skyrocket into the tens of millions, making it one of the greatest investments in numismatic history. The story of this coin also ties into the great tradition of the Royal Mint itself. The Mint's history at Tower Hill in London is legendary. Since 1810, it has been the birthplace of countless iconic coins, but few have ever matched the excitement generated by the 1997 bicentennial 1 penny. The Mint's commitment to precision, artistry, and quality is embedded in every strike of this coin, and that legacy makes collectors around the world desperate to own it. To call it valuable would be an understatement. This coin has been described as wealth compressed into metal. It isn't just the financial reward, it's the prestige, the recognition, and the sense of ownership of something extraordinary. When collectors talk about the 1997 penny, they don't speak about it as a currency, but as a relic, an heirloom, and a miracle of numismatics. Even beyond the collector's world, the coin has captured the imagination of dreamers everywhere. Social media is flooded with stories of individuals searching their old coin jars, hoping for a chance to stumble upon this life-changing penny. And why not? If you could turn a single coin into the kind of money that could buy mansions, sports, cars, and private islands, wouldn't you go searching too? So, is it really worth millions of dollars? Absolutely. The tales, the auctions, and the frenzied demand have all confirmed its status as one of the most expensive and sought-after pennies in modern British coinage. This is not just speculation, it's reality. And those who own it know that they hold in their hands the power to unlock life-changing wealth. The 1997 penny redefine what we think about money. A penny is supposed to be the smallest unit of currency, something we overlook and ignore, yet in this case, it's transformed into a symbol of unimaginable fortune. That contrast, the ordinary turned extraordinary, is what makes this coin irresistible. People are not just buying metal, they are buying the thrill, the prestige, and the promise that comes with owning one of the most valuable coins on Earth. Collectors often say that when you own the 1997 bicentennial penny, you're not just wealthy, you're part of an exclusive legacy. You join a group of elite collectors, investors, and historians who know they hold something beyond price. It's not just about selling it for millions. It's about the pride of ownership, the sense that you possess a secret treasure that most people will never even see. That's why, even in private sales, bidding wars erupt and emotions run high, because the coin represents status as much as wealth. As you finish watching this video, remember this: treasure isn't always hidden in deep oceans or guarded vaults. Sometimes, it hides in plain sight, waiting in the most unexpected places. The 1997 penny proves that life-changing fortune can be discovered in the simplest of objects. Keep searching your collections, keep checking your change, because one day you might find yourself holding the very coin that could make your wildest dreams come true. In conclusion, the 1997 United Kingdom bicentennial 1 penny of Elizabeth II is not merely a coin. It is a phenomenon, a masterpiece, and a financial miracle. For collectors, it represents the pinnacle of numismatic achievement. For dreamers, it represents the possibility of overnight fortune. And for you, watching right now, it could be the key to unimaginable wealth. Keep searching, keep looking, because the coin that could make you a billionaire might be closer than you think.